All right, this is the demo for Lab3. So first we can show off some of the code. Basically, we have the main, which has the help menu. I've added a few cases, including what did I have? Debug message options, a and then I have another one, which is to switch to the internal control. And then the ISR is only for if you have the fill on, it'll put them in the buffer. And then I have this update waveform, which is a function that I have on a few different cases. So I thought I would put all this into a function instead of having it typed out every time, because it's pretty long, because it's based off of all of the different options. And then I have it just so that it's going based on the trigger. Okay, and then we can look at the, okay, we have the thing, and there's my oscope. Okay, pretty simple. All right, and so we are connected to the board. Okay, let's look at some of the information. We got our help menu. Okay, trigger volt, we got all that. And then the different buses. Okay, so now we can switch over to the actual thing. Okay, so you can see it's an incomplete. And so we can do the case for a sample wave. Okay, now we see our sample wave, and then we can move the triggers. Okay, all the way. And you can see that there is, you never see the, like where it goes from in the buffer where the array ends and then it loops back. We never see that spot. And that's because I did it. I just have it where if it's on the first half, it'll start from the middle and head down looking for a trigger spot. And then if it is on the second half, so if on this side, it'll start in the middle and work its way up looking for a trigger. And that way you just never actually see the end, because it's never in the width of the screen. Okay, so that is the sample. And then if we see, we can turn the channels off. J goes off for channel 1. Okay, and we can have them both off. Okay, and then, okay, right now we are triggering on the rising edge. So now, okay, now we're on the falling edge. And now we actually see the thing, the where the array ends. But you see how if we're over the halfway mark, it'll do it there. Yeah, that's just how I did it. Okay, and then what else can we do? Let's go back. Okay, now we're back on the rising edge. Okay, I have a 440 hertz signal going in. So now we are grabbing data, and it's not going to update until we actually tell it to update. So we're grabbing data, and then if I move the trigger, yep, it's updated. So that is the 444 hertz, 440 hertz thing. There's some cool stuff going on because it's still grabbing the data, so that's why it's changing every time. So if we stop it from grabbing data, right, it stays the same. And then we can do, what can we do? We can do turn the channels off, blah, blah, blah. And then we can change the trigger that we're on. Okay, so falling edge, and then back to rising edge. And is there any other functionality that we need to show? Interrupt. No, okay. So that should be everything for lab 3.